and Periscope, and it's another Tuesday. Another Tuesday. As usual on Tuesdays, we do Let's Talk presents the Poetry Corner, and this is episode 11. And each week we try to gather these great poets together so they could show us some of their immense talent. And this week we have a new poet on the scene, um, Rita Renee. She's family. So we're going to just start it off right. Rita Renee, you are going to lead us off.
Okay.
Wait. First and foremost, and I apologize.
Yes.
You have to tell us a little bit about yourself and when you started writing poetry.
Probably around 87, which would make me about 15. But I use situational things that go on to write, because I write regularly too as a writer. I've written songs, and then I expand them, and I have conversations with people, and while they're talking to me, I'm writing. So I recite to them their story back, or whatever it is that I'm feeling at that moment.
Well, we're glad you could join us, and hopefully you'll be here weekly. And all I can say is the last couple guests that have been leading off been hitting them out the park. So lead us off tonight.
Okay, here goes. This is called How I Love Thee. You ask, how could, would, or why I love thee. Looking at the 7 elements of love, you will see what matters most is that you accept what I'm giving so as to put more happiness in your daily living. Communication, honesty, respect, companionship, trust, intimacy, and understanding. Could for others be a bit too demanding. I never make promises that I can or won't keep, so listen to me closely as I speak. Communication is the root to all things good and bad. I've never made you mad, and when I'm sad, I'm always glad that we are able to discuss any problems we've ever had. Getting to know one another is a process of the mind, not to privatize with a smother, but to keep from falling behind. I love you because we've communicated on all levels but one. This is what's fun. Never jumping the gun, but we only just begun. Through communication, I know your pains, belief standards, like some preferences. I listen to you speak of your mother, father, nieces, nephews, and your unborn son. Honesty, as we know, is always the best policy. Even though it hurts, it's right to lie. So
Hey, Rita.
Even after committing.
Rita.
Yes, you can't hear me?
I'm getting like a delay. I don't know if everybody else getting a delay. Just if you can, if you don't mind. I don't know where it's coming from. Just start over. Start over if you don't mind, cuz.
Let me start.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Ready? Start now. Still hear the delay? Okay. Title, How I Love Thee. You ask, how could, would, or why I love thee. Looking at the 7 elements of love, you will see what matters most is that you accept what I'm giving so as to put more happiness in your living. Communication, honesty, respect, companionship, trust, intimacy, and understanding. Could for others be a bit too demanding. I never make promises that I can or won't keep. So listen to me closely as I speak. Communication is the root to all things good and bad. I've never made you mad, and when I'm sad, I'm always glad that we are able to discuss any problems we've ever had. Getting to know one another is a process of the mind, not to privatize with a smother, but to keep from falling behind. I love you because we communicated on all levels but one. This is what's fun. Never jumped the gun. Only just begun. Through communication, I know your pains, beliefs, standards, dislikes, and preferences. I listen to you speak of your mother, father, nieces, nephews, and your unborn son. Honesty, as we know, is always the best policy. Even though it hurts, it's hard to lie, so you use this symbolic entry even after committing adultery. Through this important characteristic we can share, only those who know the truth will truly care. And this is why I know I want you near. It's also clear. Although you're not my man and may never be, I think I've fallen in love mostly with your honesty. Respect is something in this day and time that's dearly missed. Someone always doing things to get me pissed. You never had to tell me that you give me this, because you never gave me your ass to kiss. And even if not mine, you try to grant everyone's wish. You respect those who may not even deserve it. Not to say that it's bad because it's something others can't deal with. What I'm trying to say now is that because of respect, oh, what the heck, I can just about bet that I haven't seen the worst of things yet. But the man that respects his mother is the best brother. So I know I'd be a clearly significant other. Companionship, basically being in the middle of these 7 sounds of love, would be the punchline in your riddle because it sums up with the first 3 and the next 3 really mean to me. You give me companionship each time we speak, play, kiss, and touch. When we don't get to do these things, I miss you much. Companionship, it's what's given at any time of day. It's a thing that keeps your mind from going astray. I wish you could stay, so I look forward to the next melee. What you need to know is that you being you makes you shine my way on the gloomiest of days. Trust is maybe one of the hardest for us to do, not meaning me and you, but all people. This is true. Trust prevents you from starting anew because you really never have a clue as to what someone might try and do to you. So why have I given you the scariest thing to let go of? No, not just love, but the thing I now know through you is that trust can be given to another one step above. I can trust you because of your honesty and also due to your sincerity. And again, this may be inappropriate, but I wanted to set the record straight that I can relate because for some reason I feel we are each other's fate. I trust you to do the things I know you to do thus far, but I never try to change who you are, nor would I ever try to enclose your deepest convictions in a jar. Although you're on some other shit, it's funny and I wonder why I'm still feeling it. I may have seemed to just bit in my tongue just now, but I truly believe that this is worthwhile. I don't know whether I can trust your smile, but I keep all things on file. Because of the aforementioned reasons, I trust your style. Intimacy is the level physically we haven't been introduced to. I do know I can show you things you aren't used to. Intimacy is not only a physical aspect, but a hidden agenda of the mindset. We have what intimacy we have been willing to share, and I wouldn't dare give it to you if I didn't care. Intimacy is much more than sex or lust. Intimacy hits hard like wind in huge gusts. Then it slows its pace to fill the heart with things tender, beautiful, kind, and smart. This may be the only element I'm not sure about because being intimate is something that can't be done alone. And I don't know what you're feeling, so I assume your thoughts through each moan. Psychic abilities are something I don't possess. Don't want to guess. We're both grown. You can tell me how you feel. Just keep it real. What is it you're feeling besides sex appeal? Understanding is the deepest conviction of all elements. I understand your ways, your thoughts, and your sarcastic comments. I understand why you say the things you say and why at certain times you act different ways. I understand how you look at life and see the world and also what it is you do to all those girls. I understand your inabilities as well as your headstrong mind. These are the ties that bond. You may not be kind, and everything you do can't be seen by the blind. Things you say can't be heard by the deaf, but I still have 2 eyes and 2 ears left. Although I seem not to understand, not literally speaking, the plan is to seek, kill, and destroy. And because I can see and I do hear, I understand why the man in you hides behind the image of a boy, like a toy, loving the games while trying to maintain. I understand you because we're quite the same. I understand to need to be on top, on point, and in control because others in the past have stole. So you betray the mole who hides underground, hidden behind walls, taking all calls, never wanting to show any weakness of the John. I understand. What I understand about you, man, is that although you never seem to know, you always have a plan. Do you now see how could or would I love thee? Because the man in you complements the woman in me. What I see in you, you believe I imagine in the mind. Because you think I make you out to be more than kind. If I didn't see beyond what you betray, I wouldn't want you to be mine. Strictly putting things on the line, you are the kind that's not the kind, but I do love thee in all honesty.
All right.
Thank you.
That was nice.
Absolutely. Beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful.
I'm going to twist this around a little bit right now. Gina, we're going to rock off with you right now.
All right, y'all. I don't know if you could tell, but I keep looking up because every time I look out the window, I see that these trees are actually bending to the wind. So I'm simply going to title my freestyle, The Storm. My given name is Regina. It means queen. It's not spelled with an I, but an E. So Regena is my name. I always have to spell it for people who don't know that it's spelled that way. And that's okay. So when I became a spoken word freestylist and a poet, I was told that I needed to have a pen and stage name. I'd been referred to by an MC as baby girl, but I was 40 plus and that wasn't going to be okay. He says, next poetess coming to the mic. And the audience said, can she flow? And he said, for damn show. And then he looked to me and he said, baby girl, you go. And then I thought about it. I'm actually older than he is, so who was he talking about? So I decided that by the next open mic, I'd have a name of my own as well. At the time, I had 5,000 friends on Facebook, but I didn't know any of them. I was thinking, what the hell? I'm going to put it to a vote so y'all can decide who I'm going to be called. The choices were Gina Fire, Gina Butterfly, Gina Phoenix, and Gina Storm. By an alarming number, the Storm won. So as I was looking out the window and seeing these trees lending themselves to the breeze, it became a wind that was stronger, and there had been rain falling last night, lightning and thunder. And people always think that a storm is destruction, but it's not. In my life, it's always been cleansing and renewal for me. So being Gina Storm to me is not just a name, it's also a definition, you see. These are the things that I went through in my life previously that were supposed to be the things that killed me. But I had a bigger calling, a purpose, and a destiny. So I embraced the storm. I'm not afraid of it, you see. I tell the storm every single time that it comes around. Hello, welcome back. I missed you. I can't believe that you're here again. You're like an old friend. You've always been my companion. That's why I welcome you in. I'm not afraid. I don't worry. Even when the lights blink or they go out, I'm in no hurry. Immediately, I will light a candle, maybe pick up a lantern because we have no electricity. But I know one thing, and this is the truth. The storm is who I was destined to be. I'm Gina Storm. Thank you for indulging me. In peace.
Okay now.
All right.
So beautiful.
Poetic. You up the
Thank
bat.
you.
Very nice. Very nice.
Absolutely. The title of this piece is called Intoxicated on Heart and Soul. She poured out her heart, and as I sipped, I drank her soul, but it was tart. See, it was so bitter from all the bruises and lies she's ever been told. She fears growing old, alone. But it was in that last sip he tasted, his mind blown. 'Cause her sour lemons wanted to add his sugar, blended together for a refreshing drink of herbal nectar, the kind that soothes and heals. Now, the only way he would be able to redeposit this into her soul was if he would miss all the things about him that made him broken. Channel his energy on becoming greater with true words spoken. 1,000 kisses won't do. He thought he knew the secret potion to add to his brew, but she would not stand for a man that could not add something to her woman. She was seeking a man with destiny and purpose, and he was just seeking, I suppose. But he could not forget how his thirst was quenched, yet his desire burned hotter than volcanic flames. He felt the kinetic energy deep in his esophagus, no longer playing games like his PlayStation, Circle, X, and Square, all in formation, hoping he could create a real virtual reality by existing and growing by the way her soul tasted and uplifting him in her gravity. He was so high off her spiritual pheromones, her vanilla-scented skin caught into his love Jones. Her heart was and is so beautiful. He journeyed from far and near, so delightful was the essence of her soul, which was dripping all over his hard pole, position of intergalactic organism. The universe tried to give him the bitterness of life's romanticism, but then he found her. The workmanship of her mother and father, her mind waiting for intelligent flowing juices of sapioisms, so she craves melanin-covered algorithms, those etched in his mind waiting to burst free. Under lock and key is he. He means well. He just can't tell if she will just be another heartbreak or the glue and stitches to heal his broken heart that's been on break. And that's that piece.
All right, brother. All right.
Dope.
Thank you.
Dope.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Laying it down. All right. Nicole, we're going to run with you right now.
All right. Actually,
I'm going to take the stage.
I'm going to do, I think I did this last week, but I think everybody was excited today. So the anticipation grows because the day is here. The virtual stage is set. You're up next. Are you ready? Okay, what you got? The soliloquies are flowing, rippling, and cascading off various lips. The cipher is hot. Everyone listening to the intricate formulations of thought. Just vibe to the groove and the mood in the room. Each bringing their own uniqueness. Is nothing but love. Finger snapping, deep sighs, and heads bobbing to the bars laid. I hope you all enjoyed and look forward to the next time here. Well, I'm sorry. Look forward to the next time. Here's your official welcome to the Poetry Corner. It's Tuesday.
Yes.
Rock it out. Okay, Jules, you next up, girl.
Okay. This piece is called She Was Looking for a Table. She was looking for a table, one to place in her living room near the curtains that sway from the whispers of the AC. A table to place her candles and flowers and books and photos of those dearly loved and those dearly departed away. Someplace to anchor the collective consciousness of her own mind. She was looking for a table, clean, modern, Afrocentric, wood, wire, glass, and stone. Expensive quality, but also on clearance because she has to get this on her own. She's always alone. She journeyed store to store to store to store, speaking on how it was for her to dream and for her to vision. Made no sense because as far as she was concerned, the universe wasn't involved in granting her wishes. So she walks within the aisles, sitting in different chairs, trying them on for size, making love to different fabrics, all the while stopping herself. She knows her pockets are smaller than her eyes. Her conversation lightly dances between the shapes of tables and the intermingling of fables, interchangeably dressed in affirmations and limitations, punctuated by a lack of self-worth, all in the same sentence. She was looking for a table, but decided to scrap the idea altogether. Nothing she ever hoped for has ever lasted, and nothing she has ever gained has ever stayed. So she balanced the equation between what was needed and what was wanted. Dreams haunted, fears flaunted, simply disjointed. She was looking for a table, but what she really wanted was time, someplace to anchor the disappointments floating in her conscious mind. So she ended up settling on a can of chicken and a stack of linen thank you notes delicately wrapped in twine. All she was looking for was a table. Thank you.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Fire. This is a piece I call Adjustment. Open up your chakras. Walk into tomorrow. Time is never borrowed. Write your own gospel. Strengthen your limitations. Visit a nation of creation. Enjoy a great occasion while fixing situations. Love self, respect. What come next is never complex. Embrace being an architect with poetry after sunset. Evening vibes come alive while your other side turn and hide. Create a scribe and let it fly to a platform on the rise. Absorb feelings in nature while wearing armor of saviors. Never worry about haters because their energy is glacier. Lost in a vessel that houses a soul that is cold and out of control, their mind is sold to a darkness untold. Carrying a sword from legionnaires who shine bright, light up the night with a glow that ignites your inner sight. What visible front view can be misconstrued or ridiculed. Mix the old and the new and just present it on cue. Bypass the premises with brilliance and deliverance. My parents carried diligence without resilience. Appetite for knowledge crossed boundaries of discovery. There was nothing like loving the better side of me. King.
Nice.
Yes,
That's
yes.
it, my brother.
Beautiful.
That's it right there.
Indeed,
Oh
indeed.
yeah. Oh yeah.
We're gonna switch it up a little bit. Gina, we're gonna go back to you.
Sweet. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Okay. So, today is September 8th, and for 27 years of my life, it was my parents' wedding anniversary. When they were 27, when I was 27, they divorced and married other people that same year. And so for many years, this was a special day for me. But right now, I'm going to call today, and this is the title of my freestyle, Juliana Eve. Juliana Eve is what I call September 8th. September 9th, however, is my oldest granddaughter's birth date. When people in my life, my loved ones and friends celebrate their rotation around the sun once again, I simply say to them, happiness always. People say, why do you say that instead of happy birthday? Because the day on which you were born is amazing, but that's not what I wish for you. I wish you happiness always. And that is my dream and hope that it come true. So when my oldest granddaughter becomes 8 on tomorrow, I will not look at the life that she had previously with sorrow. See, she and her siblings were witness to violence and abuse, physically and verbally, from their father to their mother, and the place that they should be nurtured and loved. It was their home. They live there no longer. My heart is filled with joy because they have been thriving since they've been free from that misery. They've gained weight. They've grown inches. They have tans because they're outside, enjoying fresh air, swimming, riding their bikes. She has decided that since she was about a toddler, that she wanted to grow up and to be a doctor. And now that she can read, she told me, Gigi, do you know the fancy word for doctor? I said, I'll play along. Let's see. And she said, I'd like to be a physician. And my goal and dream is for me to eradicate lupus because it's something you've been diagnosed with. I never want to see another scar on your body or my grams either. The famous 3 is what I call my grandchildren. And they said to me, every time a doctor cuts you, every time you get an injection, every time that you're hospitalized, they want me to be enveloped in their protection. It's amazing the love that they give and the level of understanding that they have. They're amazing, tiny people, and I hope that that lasts. There is so much lack of humans and humanity, you see, that I am proud of the people that my grandchildren are going to be. So on this day, the eve of what I call the celebration of Juliana, I simply have to say, I'm happy to be her Gigi. I'm proud of the young person that she is. Every day that she reads something to me, especially verses from the Bible, because some of the words are large and complicated, I'm in awe of the person she's becoming. She's going to be something more than she can even convince herself to believe. But it's that confidence that she has. And what she simply says is, I got it from my Gigi. I am Gina Storm, and this is poetry for one of my 3 heartbeats. Thank you for indulging me.
Wow, that was beautiful.
Yes.
You about
I
to
love being a
Wow.
let me
grandmother.
tear
I
up.
do.
Like
I
that.
love being a grandmother. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That was very beautiful.
Rita, we're gonna go with you right now.
Okay. This is called The Eyes of Darkness. I've climbed up from a deep hole where darkness lies, forced to see things not to be seen by innocent eyes. And although they heard, they ignored my cries. Around others, the hatred she disguised, still not dead of spirit after so many tries. For God bestowed upon that life a beautiful prize. Love in the heart so strong, past unrecognized, kept them away and helped break those ties. What happens anyway to a child when their soul dies? No hurt no more, pain minimized, for I'll never know I'm none the wise. I kept fighting and he told me to rise. Then I climbed up from the deep hole where darkness lies. That's it.
Nice,
That's
nice,
all.
nice.
Rising up,
So
rising
sweet,
up.
to the point, and precise. That was precise and beautiful. Thank you, Queen.
Nice.
Jules, we're gonna go with you.
Thank you.
Okay. On that same note, this piece is called The Sun Within. 9 months. You were created in a flash, fluids and juices, genetics and intelligence, history and soul, complexity of spirit, knowledge, joy, and gold, pre-coded, encoded, decoded, the making of light. 394,200.432 minutes. Kinetic energy abounded. Your existence made known through movement, flesh, skin, fire, and bone. Grit, that fly shit. Chilling in darkness, a marvelous light. There was water too. Illusions, confusions, delusions abounded, confounded, and rebounded, all alleviated. The remix generated in the making of you. Light of birth. 6,570.007 hours. Manifestations, hesitations, reservations, thoughts, dreams, plans, hopes, creation in a galaxy of your own making. What she experienced as cravings was your pre-knowing of what was required, divine. Even in the putting together of you, you were putting it all together, light being birth. 9 months. You chose your being, your form, your norms, and your storms. Karma, Dharma, Chi, flow, energy, recycle that bitch. You are the sun within. Remember that shit. Imagine, dream, direct, create, begin again. Remember, you are the sun within. Thank you.
Yes, 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 yes.
Right.
Yes, beautiful.
So we're gonna go with you right now.
All right, brother. You ready to do that piece?
One second. Could y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Hey, listen. I appreciate you guys what y'all doing tonight. Somebody keep trying to get in the studio. I don't know if somebody shared the that link with somebody, but that's a link that's only for the participants. Somebody keep trying to get in the back studio, and I don't know who it is. So I'm just letting y'all know that. But just keep the energy going and keep doing what y'all doing.
I think it said poet.
I did that. I switched the name because it said something that just wasn't appropriate. I don't know who it is. They still trying to get in, but I'm not gonna let them in. All right.
Okay.
Later. All right.
King, you ready, bro? You ready to start me off?
Yeah. You ready to rock in?
Let's rock in.
All right, poet.
The title of this piece is called Hold My Hand. Just as my ancestors had to fight for equality and justice, I see my brother struggling with deceit and malice. My backpack of trust is also empty, but I have to lead by example and be ready to extend my hand for another brother to grab hold. Let's break the mold of these generational curses, feel the vibes of some new galactic energy surges, no longer with the memory of my tribal brothers and sisters being tainted with lies, and no facts for us to remember that the greatness exists within the power of our hands. We can travel to distant lands and go to great lengths to be better, but pull another brother or sister along to uplift and encourage, rebuild and sustain to help reduce the rage that has plagued generation after generation. No longer be vague. Make your intentional path clear. Show love and unity so we can eliminate fear. Here, my brother, my sister, and hold my hand. King.
All right.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Nice. Rock it in, brother. Nicole, we're gonna go with you right now.
All right. This one is not titled. Actually, I finished it yesterday. I wish I was that person who writes a poem at the drop of a dime. Because unfortunately, writing poetry is more than just, making things rhyme. That's why I appreciate those who compose almost every day. While I'm stuck like Janice in the episode of The Cosby Show with Stevie saying, I don't know what to say. So being somewhat a perfectionist with my craft, Although I don't curse, I must say that I surely don't half-ass. At one time, I used to keep my work just for self, but then I decided to share. And after being embraced and getting love, I figured I would be selfish not to introduce myself and make others aware. I know it might sound crazy that I haven't read works of many poets who are well known, but I guess I never wanted to imitate another. I needed my style to be mine and mine alone. When I write, I carefully think about my approach, words used, as well as my flow. I try to give you with a little piece of me as if it was stored away in cargo. And no, you may not hear anything revolutionary, political, or even sexually explicit. I tend to stay in my lane of comfortability, but I can if I wanted to. Don't get it twisted. So if one or two of my poems should tickle your ear, I will put another notch on the slate, and I would definitely beam with joy and pride when I hear you say, yo, that Nicole Brookins is great.
Yes,
right.
he is. Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, y'all, I have an announcement. I wanted to speak to, it was my bad. I sent the link to Mama Oladeji, and Mama O was trying to get in. That's the poet who wanted to join, but I didn't realize that link was just for us. So she's going to try to listen on YouTube, but I don't know the link for her to access without trying to come in here. So I feel bad.
I'll talk to you after the show, though. Okay.
Thank you so much. Because I'd like her to be able to listen when she's not a participant. And I feel bad because I shared this link not knowing. So thank you for clearing that up for me.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, this is a poem called Hold My Hand also, which I collaborated with Poetic. World changing, a lot of minds losing its will. Too much rust on the wheel, that's why people cannot feel. What's going on, black child? Where are we now? Stuck in the clouds? Nah, let it rain. Remain black and proud. Absorb kinetic energy from the point of entry. Galaxies sending me mobility, masking identities. All I ever wanted for others was to see my tribe of sisters and brothers. Come from out of all of that, they suffered. Deep inside the hellhole of anguish and disgust. Slow down, don't even rush. I have a backpack full of trust. Disintegrate the awkward mind state, placed on a plate. Being with a group of others, chosen few that lift heavy crates. Tools used to quiet, assist my roll and stroll, while on the road to reaching goals, accepting messenger roles. So my head nod of a substance in direction of those affected. Give unity of the cool in me to open opportunity. Network expand, cover lands, lend a hand. Meet and greet different associates. Form a bond, call them your friends. Life is too short on this plane. Before I came, there was another man behind my own hands that couldn't change. King.
Yes, sir, brother. Yes, sir, my brother. Awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate that. We're going to swing this in a whole different direction. I guess Gina, she'll be back in. Jules, are you ready? I have something. You want to take the stage?
Rings. I'll take the stage.
Sorry, y'all.
That's okay. I'll take the stage. I'm ready. This one is called The Strength.
Right, let's go. Let's get it.
This one is called The Strength of a Woman. Like a rose, she is plucked from the vine, thorns removed, her only protection. She is gathered, presented as part of the bunch, yet she is unique in her own right. Each petal she possesses has its own story to tell. They are separated, pulled apart, bruised, the question being asked, do you love me? Do you love me not? You don't need to pull to know. Water, sunshine, she is deep-rooted, care and attention. Sing songs of peace and love and joy to her center. Let her bloom as she chooses. God knows her directions. Don't interfere. Love her. Don't arrange her with the others for show. She is her own bouquet, fragrant, lush, bright, alive. Her strength lies in her fragility and her disposition to regenerate. Thank you.
Nice, nice.
Yes,
I love it. I
yes.
love it. I
All
love
right.
it.
Alliteration is everything.
Thank you.
Yes.
Good job.
Get it in. Dope and fly. We're gonna go with a resurgence. Nicole, you're up next. Well, I do the Coney Island cyclone thing. Put it in reverse, bring it back.
Well, I got two. And this real old, but I call this Once Upon a Time. Once upon a time, little girls used to play with dolls and have tea parties. Nowadays, girls play with different shades of makeup to look old enough to get into the club. Little boys used to love to play outside until the street lights came on. Now they can't wait until it's dark so they can sell a dime bag on the aisle. Mothers used to read a bedtime story and then tuck their children in. Now they tell the kids to go to bed and make a night's worth of pay on the street corner. Fathers used to cradle their sons and daughters to sleep. Now they hold their mistress tight and pray that they don't get caught that night. When I was younger, the end thing was to catch lightning bugs in the summertime. Now, the big thing is to carry a loaded firearm. Remember red light, green light? Now the only thing people are running from are the blue and whites, the cops. As children, we played Ring Around the Roses. Now we just have a circle around the date our period was supposed to come. It used to be improper to put your elbows on the table. Now it's overlooked when a person uses profanity in the presence of their parents or adults. We used to be scared of catching chickenpox or the measles because of what we would miss. Now we're terrified of the deadly STD from the wrong partner that looked okay. We used to store away our most cherished possessions so others couldn't play with them. Now we hide our pipes in cocaine vials so no one finds out our little dirty secret. We can't turn time back if we want it. Now, where do we go from here?
All right.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful.
So necessary. Thank you, sis.
That was nice. Very nice. All right.
Valid.
We're going to swing it right over here to Rita.
Okay. This is an older poem, but I want to read it because my father just passed away 4 weeks ago. It's an honor to him. It's called No Less Than My Father.
Right.
Haven't I said I wouldn't accept any man any less than my father? Believe me, if you were, I wouldn't even bother. Let me tell you what my father has planted in me and compare that to what it is in you that I see. You see, I believe in the quantity of, and not in the quantity of men, but in the quality. So if this doesn't do anything else, it will give reason as to why I can see our future and our vision. My father is a strong Black man, one many find hard to understand. He's intelligent, charming, and always attentive, the kind that doesn't like to receive, but always wants to give. My father is an open ear and a firm shoulder, even when he's heard problems over and over. He's a man who's not afraid to cry, and for his mother, his child, and his wife, he'd be ready to die. My father is a patient man who'd rather be honest than lie. My father has the willingness to struggle, to work, to suffer, and rejoice. He never holds his tongue, and in what he believes, he has a great voice. He doesn't argue, nor does he fight. He evaluates all open choices. My father is one who does everything he can to help others build whatever dreams they may have. He's reliable, committed, encouraging, and intimate. Can you now see why the comparison is accurate? He's firm yet tender, also loving and genuine. Don't get me wrong. I know all men have sinned, but he sure is the type of man I'd recommend. And since this is so, I want you to know that my daddy is the reason why I give you my heart. Because in all my years and so many tears, he is the man who has loved me from the start.
All right.
I salute that.
Definitely.
That's an amazing tribute, sis. Absolutely.
Beautiful
quality.
quality.
Definitely rock. All right. Gina, we're going to rock off with you right now.
All right, so I'm going to do the polar opposite of the piece that your cousin just spit in regards to being a daddy girl and having a father who is still living.
All right.
I'm telling this freestyle, Related Stranger. 2 years ago, December 2018, I had the privilege and the ability to go on a Caribbean cruise. I went to the U.S. Virgin Islands in Puerto Rico. People who know me know that I say this often, Sábado y Domingo to es Boricua. I have been Puerto Rican on the weekend for as long as I can remember. See, I always lived in a neighborhood where we were the blacks on the block. All of my neighbors to the left, to the right, across the street, and behind me were Hispanic, you see. I grew up in a household that was at least bilingual, and times they were multilingual. I lived for 5 years in Europe, 3 in Germany and 2 in France. My father's father is French. He's Creole and Native American. My father's mother, however, is Creole and Haitian. My mother, of Haitian and Portuguese descent. So when people ask me what I am and why I have an accent, I simply say, when you see me, what do you see? A black woman. So it doesn't matter about the parts of the whole that make me who I am. And the accent that you hear, I hear no longer, you see. Sometimes I'm in a zone and I can't even control it, even though it comes from me. So one of the things that I know emphatically is this. I love the people who love me, and those who don't, I don't even miss. I'm not worried about the people who have left my life. Those who have been in my life previously and have walked away from me, so be it. We had a season or came together for a reason. But if it's not a lifetime, then I'm not going to stress. So I was in the store shopping with my second mom, who is my auntie for sure. She had no son. No, she had no daughter, only a son. He was an only child, like my daughter is as well. So she and my mother always shared me. So I have a mom and a second mom and a godmom. And in my growing up in formative years, I always felt like it was well. I ran into a stranger who was talking to my auntie while I was still shopping. She gave me her list, and because I'm younger and she might say this to herself, in better health, I went around and got the other things that she hadn't purchased yet. And I ran into a man who didn't make eye contact. He didn't have a kind word to say, nor did he hug me. He didn't tell me that he loved me or wished me well on my voyage. As I was going on my first cruise on the Carnival line, and the ship that I was on was called the Magic. The black girl magic that lives inside of me didn't let myself believe that this was my destiny. But unfortunately, I ran into a stranger that day. And for all the years previously, I simply called him Daddy. In peace.
All right.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Definitely.
Thank
Got
you.
it. Poetic, my brother, we're going to ride with you right now, brother.
Absolutely. This piece is for the women. Women, I honor you. You are more than royalty, the equivalent of absolute beauty. From the top of your head to the sole of your feet. Strong enough to birth life, but discreet enough to speak life abundantly. Even though you're beat down vehemently, always requested to be seen and not heard, that way of thinking is absurd. See, your words speak power. Your energy rains like a shower. There's a poise about you. You don't break or shatter, do you? On the outside, you demonstrate grace. On the inside, you personify time and space. You are my remedy, radiating a natural beauty. Your smooth and silky skin, dripping of your melanin. The rays of the sun kisses your energy, so you can yield and give me power residually. A mother to the earth, yet strong enough to birth a cultural revolution within the civilization that you created with supreme direction. Your birth canal transforms boys into men with perfection. Your strength is personified. Your elegance is glorified. By me? Yes, you savage, sexy queen. Your essence deep within your being. Visually, I see your accomplishments. Sensually, I can taste your success and offer refreshments. Administer the greatest antidote to cure what is ailing you because I see you as the GOAT, greatest of all time, especially among men, because you are women. In peace.
Thank you. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank
you, King. We appreciate
All
that.
right.
Absolutely.
My pleasure.
I say.
All right, brother.
That was gorgeous.
Shay. Definitely was dope, brothers. This piece right here is called Location of Me. She was searching for the traveler between posts on social media. Left in a DM was a poster with 3 initials that would treat her. Ticket for her flight on a JW airline. Checked the gram and also Facebook, but couldn't find a sign. So there was the instructions what to do with the clues. Little game of peekaboo just to tease her inner issues. Connecting dots, found a friend request that matched her direct message. Piecing it all together between the name and the letters. Picture of the king that was in the bottom left corner. Seeds planted in the universe by a meditating farmer. Eyes very spiritual with senses of a place not known. My intergalactic cell phone never roam, I stay in zones. Bring me inside any home, my tone change with frequency. When they send for me, my ability express lots of humility. Humanitarian, handling, holding what's golden and chosen. Mixing potions, making lotions, rubbing your aura as is motion. Location of me, king.
Yes, sir, my brother.
Okay, then.
I say, beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right. We're going to swing it back around. Nicole. How we doing, Nicole?
We got to everybody.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Excuse me. I was about to say, I'm speaking to you.
Okay. Okay.
That's it.
All right. I call this the questions. How does one know when they're in love? Sometimes people don't know at all. We find out that we've been in love when our heart is broken. How does one know when they have a broken heart? It's very simple. You ache and you long for the one you lost. It's somewhat similar to when a person falls in love. You only have that person on your mind and nothing else is in focus except them. How long does it take to get over a broken heart or a lost love? Sometimes never. I think we all take a piece of each relationship into the next one. No matter whether good or bad, you remember and carry these feelings to the next partner. So basically, no one ever comes into a relationship with a clean slate because there's so much leftover dust from the chalk that wrote on your heart before. You can always try to wash it off, but there will always be some trace of what was there before. So we must love the best we can with what we have and hope that we can achieve the high we experienced the very first time.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay,
I'm
now.
on camera now. I was behind the scenes.
Yes.
You guys doing a marvelous job. The energy is really jumping tonight. Y'all ain't get steamy, but the energy is jumping.
Definitely is.
Ready for steamy.
Look, it's still
I'm
early.
behaving. I'm behaving right now. I'm behaving.
All things are possible with poets. All things are possible with poets.
Jules about to get it started.
All right. Rita?
Kick it off. I'm not doing
okay.
Like, this is Uncertainties. Whispering willows breathing softly down the arc of my back, a tender yet firm hold onto every single thing that makes me become attached to you. The fear of it all, the excitement of your call, for me to be held in your arms is alarming. The unexpected protective shield, quite charming. And while I fight to understand where it all may be going, the comfort in your presence and the allure of your being boldly nudges me to embrace the unknowing. Embrace the unknowing, embrace what is not known, embrace that all that needs to be shown, embrace what you're trying to show, allow you to be what you know that I need, allow you to plant the seeds that gives me authorization to breathe, to soar, to grow, and be happily free to love. All that is you within me and me within you, to discover an unknown. We are both willing to travel together, intertwined in the mixture of a perfect slumber as you drift into the thoughts of your head, dreaming. A day of rainy weather, a peak of sunshine, and a sunset color and happiness, both yours and mine, because that is what we seek in our teaming. Becoming what we no longer once were, with promises to maintain a friendship regardless of what may occur. I love you now, and I'll love you then, even if.
Nice.
Yes, 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 yes.
All right, all right. That was dope and fly. There you go.
Very nice.
Oh, Gina popped off.
Yeah.
All right, Jules, we're gonna go with you. Okay.
Okay. This is on the topic of love as well. This piece is called Past, Present, and Future. You got that sun shining in the noonday, waves crashing upon the shore type love. You got that food cooking all day since morning, being on the plate at 6 p.m. in the evening type love. You got that fresh kicks, lace, just right, hoodie, just so, smooth face, new car smell type love. You got that old soul, futuristic, rhythm and blues, funkadelic, jazzy, boom, pat, boom, pat type love. You got that taste like chocolate, liquid gold like honey, making me full but still keeping me hungry, all that good type love. You got that spiritual cleansing type love, like white candles and sage, lavender and incense, smelling like the temples of India type love. You got that soothing type of love. You be like massages all over my body. You just be rubbing my scalp and oiling my strands and pulling my hair type love. You got that turn down the lights, arch it just so, take it. I mean, take it like co-star, director, producer in this bitch type love. You got that cosmos in our universe, shooting comets across the sun, kissing the moon type love. We be like past, present, and future, infinite type love. Thank you.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He saved the best for last or something.
He is a whole
Yeah,
vibe.
that's what I'm talking
Oh
about.
God.
All I'm gonna say is when she started, I had just put Gina back in the queue, right? And I'm looking at Gina's reaction. I'm like, hold up, let me listen real good.
It's a whole vibe. I'm telling you.
That was tight.
It's getting, hey,
Be
you know what?
ready.
The later it get,
Well, you
the
know
later
what?
it get, the more grown it get around here.
Yeah. Gina, why don't you just slide right up
Look,
on in there?
She had
Hold on.
poetic.
She
She
gave
had
me a
poetic.
whole hot flash.
She had
Right.
poetic just shaking his head like, okay.
So
For
that's what we
sure,
gonna
for
go.
sure.
If that's what we doing, let's
I
do
love
it.
that.
Look, hold on. If that's what we doing, let's do it. If
Let's
can't
go.
nobody do it, I can do it. Let's, girl. That's a whole vibe. You are a blessing wrapped in a vibe, and that's a gift. So I'm gonna call this freestyle. Oh snap! This is awesome. I'm going to call it. I'll be the sub to your dom. Until recently, I didn't even realize there was a subculture when it came to sexuality. December 23rd, 2019, I turned 50. And since I'm half a century, there's one thing that came to me. There's a whole atmosphere of sexuality that I'd never been privy to. See, previously in my life, all of my exes were either a fiance or a hubby, but those relationships were vanilla. And this is something altogether different. If I'm going to call a man daddy who did not birth me, nor was he my father's father, then for me that was redundant and hard to even wrap my mind around conceptually. But if I could wear a collar, be tied to a bed and not holler, be a submissive to a dominant man who I felt like was not just sexually gifted, but he was bringing to my life all the things that were missing, then I could easily relinquish my power, because it wouldn't be that I was going to be beneath him, but walk beside him in a way in which people forgot on most days that women are men's equals, in a way that you have to understand and appreciate this. When your dom is a daddy, he's going to comfort you, protect you, and make you feel safe, even when you're alone in the middle of the night in a private space. So candles lit, lights lowered, soft music playing after a bubble bath and a massage. He said that he wanted to be in charge. All of my life, I've been the man in my relationships, and that didn't work for me because there was an imbalance in the power you see. So I like to be the woman who is led by a man who is leading. He's not afraid of who he is and what he's bringing to the table. What I've already brought to the table was a table, see. I supply soul food dinners that come in courses, and I never eat alone, so I'm not worried about doing that in the future. When he presented the opportunity to me to be his sub, all I could think was I have a list of hard things that I would do and others that, are you kidding me? Somebody trying to call me on Duo. That's unacceptable, boo-boo. I'm live on Facebook, you see. So the thing that I needed to do immediately was to let him know that being his sub didn't mean that I was relinquishing my power, but this was trust. I've never been in a sexual relationship in which that was an option for me. And sometimes when I hear his voice, it does all I need him to do immediately. You seen me picking up my church stand and fanning myself. I'm going to tell you something about hot flashes. They don't give up. So even though I have cramps and some days I have PMS and I don't feel like being bothered, I will still answer the phone for him. I will accept his text messages because he does things for me that are amazing. He understands and appreciates what I do, and he has been a philanthropist when it comes to me fueling and funding the Gina Storm movement. My goal has been to go Ginaversal. I would like y'all to all be part of the Ginaverse. He has written poetry previously, but to a lesser degree, but he believes in me, and he does so emphatically. And for that reason alone, I can follow his lead. I don't mind being a sub to a dom who knows what he's doing. I think this is a lifestyle for me. I'm Gina Storm. Thank you for indulging me. In peace.
Yes, yes, yes.
Bars.
These are my confessions.
Y'all don't even know.
That was beautiful.
Hey, Nicole.
Poetic
Nicole,
Meadow,
crushed ice
you
at?
right up next,
Say
brother.
again?
Where's the crushed ice at, Nicole?
All right. I got to do this piece so I can get to the other show. But
We already know.
the title of this piece is called. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
I undressed her. I peeled back the layers of her soul, took time to unzip her intellect, removed the garment of her power, unclasped the emotions that held her bound, pulled down her hurt, lifted up her goals, untied her tears. I unstrapped her fears, removed the panties of her visions, bathed her in soothing sensation, unsnapped the dreams she carried. I took off the doubt in her eyes, gift-wrapped her passion, bow-tied her wants and desires. Then I cuffed her heart, designed hearing aids to stay tuned, wrapped her in nakedness in my cares, unloosened her hesitance with pleasure, broke her shackles of bondage. By giving her the undressed persistence, I removed the harness that held her back, unleashed the power of her significance, transformed her aurora while unlocked a new kind of nakedness. I chained her security, wiped away her insecurity, clothed her into righteousness, took down the walls of pain, discarded the opinions of others, fashioned her thought patterns, seasoned her confidence with love, washed her life with purity, reclassified her emptiness. I peeled back the layers of her soul. And that's that piece.
Yes.
Nice.
And he closes out
brother.
Beautiful.
as the closer.
Amazing.
Shut him down.
He did the Mariana Rivera just now. 3
Yeah,
pitches,
he did.
3 outs.
One love, one mic, y'all. Continue doing what y'all do. I see y'all
He's the
next week.
One
closer.
love, one mic.
That's
All
why I
right,
waited.
What's up?
All right,
What's up,
brothers.
King?
One love.
King.
Very nice, everybody. Very nice.
You done for the night?
What you say, Gus?
You
Yes,
done
sir.
for the night?
Anybody have anything else? I mean, look, if everybody else still want to get busy, you can. I'm opening that door.
I'm good.
Everybody's good. All right. Well, we had a beautiful show tonight, and I appreciate everybody. We're gonna close it out with peace, love, and poetry.
Great show, Rita.
Thank you guys for having me.
Bars, y'all did y'all thing. And Vicky,
Nice.
Vicky, if you're still watching, Vicky, I didn't know who you were, so I didn't. I wouldn't allow you in the studio, so I apologize for that next time. And hopefully next week you'll join us, Vicky. And with that, hey Gina, we're gonna close the show. You got anything else?
Yeah, my thought was this. I didn't understand the linkage, but I do know how to invite people so that they can listen and comment when they're not being on the panel with us. I appreciate everybody, all of the poets. I love y'all. One love, one mic. Poetic, he comes in and does his thing, but you know what I'm saying? He's holding it down as a station manager at Epiphany. I host a show that sometimes pops up, so I'm praying that it's not on a Tuesday night that would interrupt this flow, because this gives me life, and I love y'all. One love, one mic.
And likewise, listen, whenever your show does pop up, let us know, and so we can promote your show.
Absolutely. I was on last Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's why I always ask you, King Atterbury, like, my time zone or yours? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because I need to make sure of the math. And that's why I was running late. And y'all have to understand this. Like, if my camera goes off, it's because I'm the full-time caretaker for my mom. And that's my priority. But this is my passion. So I love y'all for the opportunity and for welcoming me.
And you're always welcome to come on the show. And Vicky, I see you in the comment. Vicky, next week you'll be on here. Hopefully next week we'll
I would love that.
Yeah,
she's amazing. And I want to thank you, Quentin, for the friend request. I accepted and I wrote on your timeline, and I'm going to send you an MP3, a video, or something of me, because I know you said you needed it.
Yeah, so I could put it in the avenues where you could get some more exposure. Like with everybody, what I'm trying to do is help everybody get noticed. I don't know if I got the magic touch. One of y'all may have the magic touch, but we all can get on the slide together.
That's right.
I think that networking is a necessity. We can't do this without connecting with like-minded individuals. And King Atterbury understands this. We talk regularly offline. So it's one of those things to where it's your vibe attracts your tribe, and your energy it has to be conducive to the people that you're attracted to. And this is why I love y'all with every fiber of my being. And Queens, please don't hesitate to send me a friend request. I'm at 4,927, so I can only take a handful of friends. I'm gonna need to get y'all in the loop before Facebook cut me off.
Okay.
Once a year,
All right.
they ask me once a year to become a public figure, not a private person. And what they fail to realize is Gina Storm, I own the name. It's registered and trademarked to me. That's my name, not just on stage in my pen, but also on the book. So if you friend me on Facebook and I reach 5,000, then they'll ask me, do I want to be a public figure? And I do not. I have a fan page. I want personally for you to be a part of my Facebook family. And that's why I say, welcome to my poetic and positive family, because this is it. When I reach 5,000, Facebook be like, so what you going to do? I'm doing me. Don't ask me again.
Hey, with that, everybody have a blessed night, and
you too.
Stay safe out there, and hopefully next week we'll all get together.
Indeed, I look forward to it. Thank you so much for this opportunity, y'all.
Thank you.
Everybody was amazing.